Welcome back to the High Value Man Conversation. I'm your host, Aaron Alejandrino, and this is episode number 8, and we're talking about the 3 skills that will make you more valuable amongst the world of men. Pam's got 3 struggles. Pam struggles with women, Pam struggles with work, and Pam struggles with the world of men. He struggles with women because he's not being more direct. He takes the passive, nice guy approach, trying to friend them rather than being direct and to invite them into the adventure of his own life. Pam struggles with work because he hasn't truly uncovered, discovered, and created his purpose, his passion, what makes him excited and play. He's avoiding doing the real skill acquisition work that will help him level up in the world as a whole. And Pam struggles with the world of men because he's avoiding confrontation. He's avoiding conflict. He's avoiding challenge and the necessary competitive nature that will sharpen his sword. Iron sharpens iron, brothers. In order for you to become the best version of yourself, the best man possible, a truly high value man, you have to sit at the table of high value men. And so the question is, how do you earn your seat at the table amongst a table full of badass motherfuckers every single day? Because here's the thing. A high-value man recognizes that every single day the clock starts over. It goes back to 0. You have to go back out and collect a new kill to feed the table, to protect, preside, and provide for the pack and the family. A high-value man does not allow any liabilities to sit at the table. If you are a Pam and you have a passive-aggressive man problem and you've been avoiding conflict and challenge and there's a certain level of comfort and complacency and easiness in the day to your just going with the flow rather than creating your best life, you might feel like that seat at the table is something that could be taken away from you very quickly, very fast. And that is 100% fucking true. Because the rule of men is this: if you are a liability and not a fucking asset, I don't want you on my team. It is cutthroat. It is a fucking Shark Tank at the end of the day, brothers. And I have to share this with you. It can be stressful. It can be stressful as a former Pam, as a nice guy that wants my world to be easy, everything to be comfortable. And that's fine. If you want things to be easy, comfortable, complacent, there's no problem with that. But the issue is when you expect your beautiful woman, when you expect to have more money in your bank account, when you expect to have a great fucking life and to see all the other things that other men have, and you're not willing to do the work, to go out and fucking hunt for it. And so you have to sit with the question of, do I want to be comfortable, complacent, or do I want to wake up and hunt every motherfucking day? And that's what a high-value man does. He builds a relationship with the process. He builds a relationship with adding value. He builds a relationship with the chase, the pursuit, and understanding that to earn his seat at the table of men, it has to be earned every single day. So I want to share with you the 3 skills that you need to develop as a high-value man to earn your seat at the table every fucking day. Skill number 1 is salesmanship. You have to be able to sell an idea. You have to be able to sell a concept, a business, a service. You have to sell it with authority, enthusiasm, excitement, and to really believe in it. And salesmanship really all comes down to your ability to sell energy via in person or sell it over the phone or over a Zoom, whatever it is. You have to be able to transfer your energy, your excitement, and your enthusiasm and whatever it is that you're pitching, presenting, and selling to the person on the other side. And this goes so much bigger than just running a business or salesmanship as a whole. Salesmanship dictates your success in women, work, and the world of men because it allows you to take what's in your brain, your idea, your gifts, your abilities, your God-given talents, your greatness, and to present it to the world. And so salesmanship is a core skill that every high-value man must develop. It's going to allow you to stand out amongst other men as you are presenting yourself to the beautiful women in the world. They're always going to be presented great opportunities, a lot of quarters out there. And so you have to be able to sell yourself, which comes down to confidence, articulation, communication, and the delivery of an idea and a concept, and to pass on that energy, enthusiasm onto somebody else so they buy into you. Now, salesmanship has got a bad rap. When we think about salesmanship, we think about maybe that used car salesman that is trying to sell something that has no value. But if you are a high value man that is building your value, building your great cake, that knows his purpose, his passion, his play, the things that are really bringing value to the world, then selling yourself is a gift to the other person. It is a gift when I join and collaborate and create at a table. It is a gift when I bring on a new coaching client and I get to share my gifts with them. It is a gift that I get to contribute to the relationship with my woman. It is a gift that I get to show up in the world and give my value. That is what salesmanship allows you to do. It allows you to take your gifts out of your head, out of your idea, out of your brain, and to present them to the world. The way that you develop your salesmanship is to truly believe in yourself. Truly believe in yourself. It comes down to that. Believing in yourself comes down to stacking wins. Stacking wins, stacking wins. Building such a strong personal set of integrity, accountability, and responsibility for yourself, your personal value system, that you believe in the person behind the message. And that person is you, my friend, my brother. So to sell better, you need to become better. Think about that. What a great opportunity in personal development right there to sell more, whether it be an idea, a business, anything else. Just become better. Just fucking show up in the morning. Don't hit the snooze button. Stack the wins. Start doing those challenges. I had an entire episode talking about how to break through your passivity, how passivity might show up for you. Lean into the discomfort of building your best life, building your great cake, and then it'll be so easy to sell yourself because you're not trying to sell anything. You're not selling a script. You're literally just communicating, articulating, talking about what you're passionate about, which is you. Salesmanship, number one skill you can bring to the table of the world of men. Number two is the white belt mindset. So as I have been earning my seat at the table amongst all these great men and literally being able to surround myself with some of the best in the business, millionaires and billionaires and people that have scaled so many companies and have decades more than I have on the planet in leadership, management, execution, that have fought on actual battlefields and led so many men through successes and greatness. And as I have learned from these great men and modeled the masculinity around me, it all comes down to my ability to really receive the messages humbly. And that comes down to a white belt mindset. One of the greatest lessons I've ever had in life was a lesson I've learned on the mat of jiu-jitsu, taekwondo, boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai. You learn so much humility by beginning at the beginning. My mom put me in martial arts when I was 3 years old. And when you begin in martial arts, if you're unfamiliar with the martial arts metaphor, I'll break it down for you. You begin as a white belt. The white belt is the empty cup. The white belt knows nothing. The white belt is just absorbing the information. It is the sponge on the mat. It is the one that is literally on his knee, taking the lessons so that you can truly become, eventually over time, a master. But to ever become a master, you have to begin at the beginning, be humble and modest enough to receive the lessons. And there are no better lessons delivered than the lessons delivered on the battlefield, inside of fitness, inside of martial arts, inside of some level of combat where you're getting your fucking ass kicked by someone that is half your size, because you're learning very quickly that it is not the size that necessarily matters in a great battle, but it is the experience, it is the knowledge, and you get to learn from everybody all the time. The white belt mindset is the idea that you know very little. You know very little, and you have so much more to learn. And if you take that into all of your encounters with other men, especially great men, if you're sitting at the table, take the lowest seat at the table, and look for an opportunity to truly learn, listen, and add value where you believe that you can add value. And the way that you add value, if you truly take on this second piece of advice that you know very little, is to show up with energy and enthusiasm. So number three in the three skills you need to develop to earn your seat at the table amongst some of the greatest men in the world to continue to add value to the world of men is you need to show up with energy and enthusiasm. Nobody likes a dud. Nobody likes a dud. So if you want to get a promotion, you want to make more money, you want someone to invest in your business, you've sold yourself, you began at the beginning as a white belt, you're willing to learn and take the punches and the hits, and you're willing to take the lessons and the feedback, you got to show up with energy and enthusiasm because nobody likes a fucking dud. So develop the communication, the ability to handle the questions, ability to spend time with other great men, but show up energetically, show up enthusiastically, show up with the ability to just really take on the lessons, and not as a know-it-all that pretends, but as someone that's truly excited, curious, and just enthusiastic for the opportunity. I can't stress this enough. If there's one thing that most men need to develop more of, and that is their ability to be energetic and enthusiastic at a new opportunity. Think about this. If you want to woo a woman, if you want to scale and work, if you want to build value amongst a world of men, you got to show up with something that they don't have. You have to bring fun to the party, which means you have to be energetic, enthusiastic. And let me tell you this. Let me speak to you this very honestly. I am an introvert by nature. And so energy and enthusiasm is something that I create. I create energy. I create enthusiasm because I see the value that it brings in other people. Nobody likes a dud. I've been a dud before as an introvert, wanting to observe, wanting to be shy, sit on the sidelines and wait for somebody else to approach me, wait for someone else to see the greatness inside of me. Wait. That is an introvert's dilemma, just waiting for the right opportunity. That is the Pam problem, man. Passive-aggressive man, passive with his hopes, his dreams, his desires, passive with women, passive with work, passive with the world of men, and passive because he's afraid of actually showing up enthusiastically and energetically. So what if they reject you? So what if they laugh at you? Isn't it more fun when you engage with somebody that's actually energetic and enthusiastic? Doesn't it bring your level of excitement up in the world? Isn't it more fun to do business with somebody that actually feels excited and enthusiastic? Could you imagine if you hopped on a coaching call with me and I was a fucking dud? Or if you were joining the project and instructor Steve just showed up as a monotone, no energy, no enthusiasm, no love. Would anyone want to do business with him or actually take leadership lessons from him? Of course not. Learn how to deliver pitch and tone and excitement all through your messages. And one of the best ways you can do this, and I shared this with you guys in other episodes, I recommend you go back and rewatch it, is the 9 ways you can lean into discomfort and really face your passivity head on. And that is really to step into areas of speaking. Get out of your comfort zone. Toastmasters, maybe improv, maybe a comedy show, something like that is going to force you to get out of your comfort zone and to deliver a message energetically and enthusiastically. So let me recap these 3 things for you. Well, number 1 is salesmanship. You got to be able to sell yourself, which means you got to believe in yourself. Number 2 is a white belt mindset. If you want to sit at the table of men, you have to be willing to learn as a mentee, as a white belt, as a beginner from some of the greats out there rather than trying to act like you know it all. And number 3 is you got to show up with energy and enthusiasm because no one wants to spend time with a fucking dud. And I want to share with you a quick story, guys, on how I deployed these 3 skills and literally got my foot in the door, put my best foot forward, and kickstarted a great opportunity in this chapter. So right behind me on the Instagram and the YouTube, let's see if I can get on YouTube. There it is. There's a boot. There's a boot on my bookshelf. And this boot is literally how I got my foot in the door with one of my mentors, Bedros Keuilian, the empire builder, founder and CEO of the fitness franchise, Fit Body Bootcamp. He is the guy you go to if you want to bring your business to the next level. There's nobody better in the industry. He's got a massive track record of being able to scale businesses, 10x their success and results, and to truly see inside of a business the next level, next scalability for it. And I've worked alongside him for the last 4 years. We've developed a friendship and a brotherhood. I consider him one of my closest, deepest friends. During our time last 4 years, we've kickstarted the project together. We've launched the Squire program, which is a father and son rite of passage. And we kickstarted the Battle Ready Men's Fitness program. So many amazing opportunities to learn alongside the greatest in the business. And how did I get my foot in the door? Well, it all comes back down to that boot. It comes down to the ability of being able to sell myself. It comes down to my white belt mindset, recognizing I knew very, very little, and my energy and my enthusiasm all wrapped up into the last 4-year journey. So there it was 4 years ago. I had just closed down my brick and mortar location in Scottsdale, Arizona, Legacy Fitness. It was a 9,000 square foot MMA facility with the best trainers, best coaches in all of Scottsdale. And it was my biggest entrepreneurial venture to the point. And I ran it for about 4 years, and it had many moments of success. But as a whole, I consider it also my greatest lessons and greatest learning lessons because it was my greatest loss, my greatest failure. When we closed the business, closed the doors in October of 2018, it was the hardest thing I've ever had to do. It was extremely difficult. It was very humbling. I learned so much about myself and a lot of lessons that I've extracted over the years that I'll share on another podcast. But when I closed it down, I realized that I really needed to learn management, business, leadership, and really my own masculine journey from somebody that had been doing it really well. And someone who I had following on social media for quite some time, Bedros Keuilian, he was on my radar of my top 10 people that I'd want to work with and I'd want to learn from. And just so happened that he put up a post, and the timing was perfect. I really think God works in a very mysterious ways, directing us down the path that we need to go down. Bedros popped up on my Instagram. He put up a story. It says, "I'm launching a new business and I'm looking for a a partner, someone to help me kick this off the ground. It's going to be an 8-figure business within a few years. I just don't have the bandwidth. I don't have the time for it. I've got the resources. I need someone that can show up and do it. But you have to be willing to relocate, and you have to be willing to take on the opportunity. And I saw this, and it spoke to me. And I said, well, I know nothing about this business. I had just come out of a massive failure in regards to closing my gym. But I do believe that if I show up with energy, enthusiasm, white belt mindset, that I can get the job done. And so I reached out. Started a conversation, a call with his vice president, a good friend, Bryce Henson. And he interviewed me, and we hit it off. And I just showed up with energy and enthusiasm on the call, and I sold myself. I sold myself by being completely transparent about my successes and my failures, the things that I'm good at, the areas that I still needed to learn in, and I was authentic. I was completely authentic. I was not trying to show up any way that was not truly transparent and real. That allowed me to get my foot in the door for an interview. And before I got that interview, or when I got that interview, I really wanted to stand out. I wanted to make sure that I got this position, that I got this job. I was willing to relocate, close down all my business in Arizona, move across the country over to California, start over. The opportunity, I really just saw it as an opportunity more so than anything. The money didn't make sense from the standpoint of, what I would be taking, but I knew there was a great learning opportunity, so I was willing to sit at the lowest seat of the table to really learn from mentorship capacity. When I got the yes for the interview, I wanted to make sure that I stood out, so I sent him a boot. I sent him the other boot for this. I think I've got the left one. He's got the right one. I sent him the right boot. And on the boots, I put a cover letter. And it said on that cover letter, I want to put my best foot forward. And I think I'm a shoo-in for this position. And I'm willing to kickstart this new chapter. And I can't wait to kick things off on the right foot. So all very foot and pun, but it stood out. It stood out, and it got me the opportunity to truly sell myself. And that's really all you need in life. You need that one great opportunity. You need that one great opportunity to sell yourself. And when I got that interview with Bedros, I'd already stood out amongst the other candidates, the other people that were interviewing for the position, and I showed up with the other two things. I showed up with a white belt mindset, being open, honest, and transparent with my failures. Open and honest, the fact that I know very little, but I am energetic and enthusiastic, and I'm willing to learn. And that first interview, that set the tone for a 4-year mentorship, a friendship, and brotherhood. 2 months into us kickstarting that relationship, he hired me to launch Truly, which is now doing very well under new leadership. 2 months into us kicking off that supplement business, we were in the gym working out, and we literally had a conversation about our personal development, things that we have grown through, the deepest, hardest thing that ever happened to us, the physical, mental, emotional, and sexual abuse that we experienced as young men. And then this project idea started happening just through natural conversation of what would happen if we created and facilitated an opportunity for men to break through the things holding them back and truly step into a whole new version of themselves. And that's how the project was born. Literally, I sent the boot just thinking I was going to get my foot in the door. It was a great opportunity for a supplement company to be able to work alongside one of the mentors that I admire and look up to. And then 2 months later, we're having a conversation about the project. 6 months after that, we started class 001 of the project, the 75-hour men's personal development experience that we host here in Southern California. We're now 14 classes at the time of this airing episode. We've got 14 classes in. It's been our mission, our life's work. It brings so much fulfillment. It has helped 180 men, I believe, at this point through the process. We've had over 400 men go through. We've got countless letters from wives that reach out and say, my man is a new man because of the project. The brotherhoods, the bond, the businesses have all formed from this because I was willing to send a stranger a boot, put myself out there, sell myself because I believed in myself. I began with a white belt mindset, knowing that I knew very, very little, and showed up every single day with energy and enthusiasm. Men, those are the 3 things that you need to master as a high-value man, especially if you think about earning your seat at the table every single day. If you don't have the money, if you don't have the followers, if you don't yet have the boom in business, you don't yet have the great idea, you have to be willing to first sell yourself. Sell yourself. It means believe in yourself. Build your personal integrity and accountability in such a way that you can sell yourself to anyone. If you want to get a woman of your dreams, you have to be able to sell yourself. The way that you sell yourself is by living in alignment with your vision and your values. It means you wake up in the morning before your alarm clock. You don't hit the snooze button. You kickstart your day with a fucking badass morning routine, and you crush your daily discipline every single day. That allows you to sell yourself with integrity. Number 2 is you have a white belt mindset. This means you know very little, and you're willing to learn from everybody. Modesty and humility are the greatest lessons you will ever learn in leadership, masculinity as a whole, and it allows you to keep your seat at the table because you're always curious and always learning. And you bring energy and enthusiasm because nobody likes a dud. Nobody likes a dud on the dance floor. Your woman doesn't like a dud. Nobody likes a dud in a business, a creation, a new collaboration, new opportunity. They want to bring someone to the table that's got energy and enthusiasm and excitement, which means you got to be living your great cake, brother. You want to bring more value to the world of men, you got to bring more value to your life, my friend. All right, this was episode number 8 of the High Value Man Conversation. If you found this episode valuable, please do me a favor and like it, share it with a friend, leave me a 5-star review, and leave me a comment, and shoot me a DM, shoot me a message, follow me on Instagram, please, and let me know if this episode was valuable to you. Do me a favor, share it with a friend that needs to hear this message, and I'd love to get some feedback from you. Feedback makes the conversation so much better. So give me some feedback in regards to what you'd like to see for future episodes, if there's a topic or conversation you want to have, or maybe even a future guest. I'm going to start taking on some guests here after episode 10. And I really want to build this high value conversation into something that brings consistent, valuable to you, my friend. All right. Much love, many blessings. We'll talk soon. Boom.